Bhutan. What a beautiful country, known for its amazing landscape, varying from steep mountains and valleys to fortresses and tropical plains. It is the 135th largest country in the world by area with 38,394 square kilometers. As of January 1st, the population of Bhutan was estimated to be around 792,581 people, which is an increase 1.46% compared to the population from the previous year. Bhutan's unique culture is very traditional. By protecting its living culture, it is believed that it will help guard the sovereignty of the nation. According to Bhutan.com, Bhutanese society is heavily centered around their religion, which is Buddhism. Unlike many in the US, religious beliefs are a part of all aspects of daily life. Bhutan also has one of the world's least developed economies. Until a few decades ago, there were no modern hospitals, very few roads, and little to no electricity. Recent economic trades with Bangladesh and India are helping to inspire economic growth. Since 2008, Bhutan's government has been a constitutional monarchy. Bhutan has strived to provide free healthcare services to the people of the community through health facilities, such as basic health units, outreach clinics. However, despite free healthcare, there are still gaps in access to healthcare in the country, which is due to the high demand factor. Obtaining information on the mental health status of Bhutan has its obstacles with low budget, few mental health professionals and policies, and the fact that most people do not seek help for these types of disorders. Of the 2,846 new cases of mental disorders diagnosed at the National Referral Hospital in 2008, 29.3% suffered from depression and 19.2% had an anxiety issue, according to Pelzang. Mental health issues, especially depression, is an overwhelming problem in the Bhutanese refugee population. The Journal of Immigrant and Minor Health states that refugee camps in Nepal have a suicide rate of 20.8 per every 100,000. To put it in perspective, their suicide rate is twice that of the average United States population. In the United States, 20 Bhutanese refugees have committed suicide between 2009 to 2012. Women are far more likely to be diagnosed with at least one mental health issue than men. Men who are providers, have poor health, or cannot read and write in Nepali have a significantly higher risk of depression. Along with the previous factors, the disconnection from family, culture and religion that they once knew is the most prevalent prediction of depression. Pelzang found that approximately 99% of Bhutanese look for religious healing when someone is sick mentally or physically. This contributes to the overwhelming number of suicides and Bhutanese refugees who do not have access to the regular religious leaders when symptoms of depression arises. The majority of Bhutanese with depression use withdrawal to cope with their symptoms. This makes it difficult for depression sufferers to seek help and treatment, and creates a problem in the family dynamic which will only increase depression symptoms. Bhutan had recently developed a 3-year suicide prevention plan. This plan shares a variety of strategies to use to help lower the suicide rate in Bhutan. One of these strategies are religious beliefs and cultural practices. A majority of religious preaching focuses on human value and morality. Buddhists believe that self-preservation of human life is a protective factor in suicide prevention. In a highly spiritual Bhutanese community, religion and spirituality may engender social cohesion and supportive community. Another strategy used is commonly around the world. Suicide prevention in schools and institutions. Since most suicides and attempted suicide cases were youth and young adults, teachers and other adults who interact with children daily are in a position to recognize the signs of suicide and to make appropriate referrals. The Ministry of Education's existing counseling services and school parenting education and awareness programs are universal interventions in schools in Bhutan. 91% of Bhutanese citizens have mobile cell phones. Roughly 40% have the use of internet. Our socially innovative way to set up a service within Bhutan that connects refugees with their friends and family members still in the country. This service would have trained Bhutanese mental health professionals on a hotline to talk to individuals to help diagnose their mental illness and provide ways to manage the symptoms. Those with internet access could use a free app to connect with their family members. Those without could come into the clinic to use the internet to video chat. This would keep refugees and people still in Bhutan connected to their family, culture, and religion, which would work to reduce the severity of depression among them. This service would also provide jobs to Bhutanese citizens, giving them financial stability and reducing depression risk factors. Thanks for watching.